what I tell you? All the anticipation and everything is something, isn't it? But once you get out there on the court, what's it take you back to? It takes you back to basketball. It takes you back to any gym that you've played in. When the tip goes up, you're going to be battling, okay? You're going to be battling.
It's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, I've never been able to experience something like this before. You know, 24,000 people screaming or booing or whatever happens when we come out of there. But playing against the University of Kentucky is just something phenomenal.
We found out that we were going to play the game prior to last year's season. It was a secret that we were able to keep from them. We knew that they would really take to heart how hard they needed to prepare physically and conditioning and strength-wise. When I told them that we were playing the University of Kentucky, some of them looked at me like, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah, it's going to happen." And then the preparations for the big game began.
One of the amazing things about this is that basketball was invented in 1891. In 1903, Transylvania's playing basketball against the University of Kentucky. The record's 7-7. It's even from the very beginning. I think we won the first game 42-2. It was a very intense rivalry. They would even recruit players in for the game itself. So much has transpired in these 100 years, and the way teams have really developed, the way they've gotten in different divisions. So we're looking at one of the best teams in the country in Division I playing one of the better teams in the country in Division III. Even though we're in different divisions, I think the one thing about it, both teams are really always strive to have really great quality in their programs.
Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Transylvania was the first school west of the Alleghenies. Our campus basically was started from Transylvania. We hadn't played them in 100 years. We were playing other teams throughout the state. Why not play the school that really is right next to us in our same city?
What really is important about what's happening, not just tonight, but what's been happening for the last many days, is that you have two great institutions pulling together and representing the community in which they reside.
When we were putting everything together for this game, I didn't want it just to be about the final score. I wanted it to be about the excitement leading up to the game, because this is an experience that several of them will never get to experience again, and it'll be something they can remember for the rest of their lives. We've played games in Palm Beach, Florida. We've played games in South Padre Island. We've gone to Phoenix. But none of those trips will compare to a 5-block walk down into downtown Lexington. Get ready for the Cats.
Brian Lane and his father, Coach Lane, those guys have been great to me personally. Brian's done a great job of coaching that team. They played as good as anybody has played.
You know, I've been able to watch Kentucky from such a close distance, growing up here in town and playing at Taste Creek High School, and then choosing to come to Transylvania, and now to turn around quite a number of years later and be able to take my team down to Rupp Arena is going to be very, very special.
I'm excited for him for two reasons. One, as a dad, I'm proud of what he's been able to accomplish here. As a coach, I'm excited for him, a former coach, because I'm not only myself, but I'm sure Lee Rose and C.M. Newton also had teams that we thought in certain years were good enough that we probably could have competed. So as a former coach, I'm really excited for him that we've been able to put Transylvania on in that stage, in that arena, all those things. Make this a very exciting game. So,
growing up in Kentucky, as all these guys did, they've watched games in Rupp. They understand the mystique. They look up and they can see the banners, the national championship. The preparations for this game did not happen this week. The preparations for these guys did not happen the last month. These guys have been preparing for this game for their whole life.
Ball goes up to tip for a real game to start. I'd say most of the nerves would go away and mostly natural instincts will take over.
Show some poise all the way throughout. If things get tough at any time, show poise.
Ready for the opportunity to come out here and show the state of Kentucky really how good Transy basketball is.
This is an exciting moment for us. I mean, you think about the idea of David up against Goliath, and you can't help but be inspired.
Go in and try to relax and play like you're capable of playing. If we do that, we'll be fine.
When the ball goes up in the air, you won't see anything. As a player, as a coach, you won't see anything but what's happening on that court, what's happening on that bench, and then about 2 hours later, you get to breathe.
Right now, compete as hard as you can compete, okay? And at the end of the day, we'll look back and enjoy all the stuff that led up to it. Right now, compete, okay? Compete, let's go. Toughness on 3. 1, 2, 3, toughness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rupp Arena. After 100 years, let the battle on Broadway begin. Kentucky and Transy at Rupp Arena.